I'm gonna log into my Facebook, right?
Okay.
And then we're gonna go down the list, and then you say something really quick about each of them. So we just go down the line, and then we talk a little bit
Okay.
about each of them, or
Sounds
just
good.
a quick. It has to be really quick because there's a lot
Oh,
of them.
wow, look who the first one is. This is a good one. Okay. So it says Anthony, I suck at
Antoine.
pronouncing. Antoine, there you go.
Antoine Leary, who's
Antoine
doing
Leary.
wrestling, by the way. He's doing.
That's why I said interesting. His is the first one that comes up. Because, and I hope he doesn't get offended by this, but I'm hella surprised. I never saw that one coming. Never. All right, so our next guy here is Christian Torres. When I think of Christian Torres, I think smart.
Yeah.
Always. He was smart. And now we got, oh boy, David.
David.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's funny because David, he always says something at the end of his post. He says something about taking your girl, or your girl likes me better, which I
Yeah, so, and you know what? The thing about him is we go further back than high school.
Wow, okay.
We went to the same junior high. And so to know that we went to the same school even
Right.
afterwards, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Really-
But do you believe that if you had a girl that your girl will like him better?
No. No.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy, but no. Esteban Mercado, I remember
Wow.
this kid. I remember him.
Yeah, you know what surprised me about him is that he became this big like conspiracy buff, even bigger than me. I thought I was the only one in high school who thought about aliens and all the the government things, but he kind of took over.
Right.
It's to the point where no one's even liking his things because it's just so controversial.
And you know
Yeah.
what? I do read his stuff. I
Yeah.
kind of like him.
I think everyone does.
I like
yeah.
him, but it took me by surprise too. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, what? We got another one of these? Wow, I never thought your phone turned off.
Yeah.
for a second, so
But yeah.
I was like, really? We got a conspiracy theory. Francis, I don't remember much about Francis, to be honest.
I remember a little bit about Francis.
Fadedly,
Yeah.
I remember a few things, but I never really had much of an interaction.
I remember he was always smiling for whatever reason. It could be like the
Yeah.
most serious topic, and then he was just smiling kind of in the air.
That I do
It's
remember.
kind of yeah. All
I do
right.
remember that. Okay, so the next one is Giselle.
Just,
Oh, this is my girl, man. I love this girl. Not in that way though. But yeah,
it was obviously Antonio's high school crush,
yes,
right?
she was. Yes.
and she doesn't seem to post much on Facebook. It seems like she has a
No.
very busy life.
It does, right?
Yeah,
It does seem because
yeah.
she's one of the few that I do not see posts very often.
Yeah.
It's extremely.
But
rare.
when she does, it's always something like serious, right? Or
Yeah, and I usually end up agreeing with some of the things that she posts.
yeah.
So yeah, but a good girl. I do remember her from high school. Oh man, we used to have gym together. You know.
You don't want to get too into
No,
that,
I'm
right?
not gonna get into that, but it does remind me that
Yeah.
we used to have a friend named Sammy in that class, Sammy
Hmm.
Gonzalez. And since we're talking about friends in high school, I recently found out that he's actually very, very sick.
Oh wow. Okay.
And that what he has is terminal. So he may be passing soon. I hope not.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Mr. Manderson.
Oh
everyone,
man. Yeah. That's
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was everyone's favorite gym teacher, man.
yeah.
You know, he was cool. He was definitely cool. And I don't know what happened with the funeral because I would have wanted to go, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
details on that. But good teacher, definitely one of the good ones. And, there's not much else to say.
You're
He's
right.
one heck of a guy. Our next friend here is Jim Rodriguez.
Oh Jimmy. Oh my
He's another one
goodness.
that was quiet.
Well,
To an
you
extent.
you had to get to know him. I mean, he
Yeah.
was on the handball team. I got a chance to be on the handball team with
I
him,
do remember.
and
that.
he's hilarious. I mean, he has a very strong personality at times. You know,
he does.
but he's a profound Christian, I
Yes.
believe. Like he's really active in his church, and he does like these mime things.
I've
You ever
that.
seen him? Like these mime? He does these like I don't know what it's called, but kind of like a hand play
I've never
with
seen
white
it.
gloves.
I don't know what I've been missing because I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. I don't know if it's because maybe when he posted I don't see it.
Yeah, right.
Because Facebook sometimes shows me old posts before they show me the new
Right.
stuff.
Well, Jimmy now he shares everything. He
So
shares like
I'll
funny
have
stuff.
to I'll have to do some
But yeah.
snooping and looking through to see if I see that because I'd like to check.
All right.
it out.
What's the next one?
Joel Montino.
Oh, he's EMT now.
Oh my
I
God.
recently contacted him about.
You know
some-
what?
some-
He's cool. We used to have chemistry together with Mr. Lucena.
Yeah. Wasn't he like a rapper? Didn't he go? I remember one time. I don't know if it was him, but
I'm
he went
not
on
sure, to be
stage.
honest. Some of that stuff is faded. But yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. For some reason I remember him going on stage one time and rapping. It was when I forget his name. Who was it that did the Russell Simmons? When Russell Simmons came into our.
Oh, see,
Maybe that was someone else.
Maybe.
Or someone that I don't know. I
maybe
faded
but-
memory as well.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He'll kill me. Juliet Arias.
Oh, oh, you're talking about Julio?
Yeah, Julio.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
Julio. Yeah,
I saw him
I
in-
should have said Julio, man.
yeah.
But I'm just
Ju-
going by
is
the
it?
name
Did
on
he
the
really put
page.
Julius?
Yeah, it says.
Is this
Check
Julius?
it.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know him that well, to be honest. I mean, I remember him in
oh,
the school.
Juliel.
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 Yes.
We used to call him Julio for some reason.
Yeah, my pronunciation is horrible. Sorry,
Juliel.
Julio.
Juliel,
I'll
probably.
just stop.
Juliel is
Yeah,
is
Juliel.
Spanish.
Yeah, Juliel.
Yeah, yeah. I saw him one time. It was like during a safety stand down,
Oh,
in the Navy. So, and then he even came to my place one
I
time.
think he's living in
yeah.
another state, if I'm not
Yeah, he's in
mistaken.
Virginia now.
I figured.
But what do you think about his post? What?
I like most of his posts.
Yeah,
He throws some doses of truth in there with a lot
Yeah.
of things, and I think it's
some
cool.
really, yeah, I
It's
agree.
Cool. You know, and whoever I do talk bad about their posts, they'll kill me afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. All right, what's the next one?
Kiko Lopez.
I don't remember him much.
I remember
Yeah.
some things, but not too much.
Yeah.
You know, I knew him, I was cool with him, but never had like an extended friendship to where I can remember.
Was he part of the Dominican crew? I mean, I know we had a Dominican crew in our school where they kind of had their own tables and stuff like that.
I think so.
he was part of it,
I
right?
think so, yeah. Because
Okay.
the reason I even met him a little bit was because I used to be close with Wellington. So
Gotcha.
and they used to be.
And
cool.
what's the next one?
Christina Galarza. I don't remember this girl.
How does she look? Could I see that?
Take a look.
I don't remember.
I know. I remember when she sent me the friend request, and I'm
Yeah.
like, who is she? I mean,
Christina.
Christina.
I have no idea.
Galarza.
I knew of Christina, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. I
If
knew this
watches
Christina
this,
who got.
and she'll be like,
She was pregnant
I
in
knew- I
the
knew-
guidance counselor's office one time.
probably be like, I knew y'all, but y'all don't know me. That's messed up. I really don't. When she requested me, I was like, we went to South Bronx, but she doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, that's
But
strange.
I still accepted her.
Who is Christina? That should be the next
That should be a
show
next
topic.
mystery. Who is Christina?
Who's Christina?
Tune in next week to find out exactly who she. Nina Ceballos. I have memories of this girl because we graduated together. So,
Nina was Danny's girlfriend in high
Yes.
school, right?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember her.
She was actually really cool, but she was. You know, it's funny. I've always been somewhat quiet and shy, but my last year, I wasn't so quiet or shy, mostly because teachers made me do things sometimes.
Nice.
Like Mr. Pacheco had a tendency
Yeah.
to make me sing in front of the class. And I always remember Patricia, I forget her last name. She's gonna kill me.
Geronimo or something
No,
like
not
that.
her, the other Patricia.
The other Patricia? Okay.
David. There you go,
David.
Patricia David.
Oh, okay.
She went crazy when I sang one day in Mr. Pacheco's class.
Wow.
And what's funny is he made me do that because it was an assignment that we had done where we talked about a passion of ours.
All right. I'm sorry. What's the next one?
Patricia Geronimo. The
Oh,
one you
really?
mentioned.
Okay. So
You're right.
continue, please.
So Patricia Geronimo. To be honest, I remember her very, very like briefly because I sometimes would bump into her in the hallways, but
Yeah.
never really had much interaction. There's a ton of people on the list that I can tell you that I
Yeah.
remember, but never really actually had like a conversation with.
Right. What's the next one?
Next one is Will Ramirez.
Oh, that's Antonio's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He graduated with me also.
Nice.
In the same
Okay.
class, and he was kind of quiet. I mean, that particular class, a lot of us were very loud, And I say us because I have to include myself at times.
Yeah, I got to know Will in person. Well, obviously.
Obviously,
I mean, like when he would hang out at our table and outside of school as well. So I mean, he's really cool. But yeah, he had that quiet tone to him, but really loud outside of school.
he was
Kind
cool.
of,
Though.
yeah.
I liked him. He was cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing bad. So if you watch this, I'm not trying to criticize you, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, and the next two are him also.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're both William Ramirez. So
Oh, really? Oh, he created like 5 profiles. I had to delete like 3 of them though.
yeah.
But I'm getting to that.
So,
I'm
I
trying to
guess
figure
we-
out which one is his real profile.
Right, so we can basically move on to whoever comes
Yeah,
after.
yeah, yeah. Who after skip 5 of his profiles really quick.
Yeah, let's just skip those profiles because we already covered them.
Yeah.
And we're going into, of course, Antonio.
Oh, Ramirez.
Yeah.
I invited Antonio Ramirez for this shoot.
We
and
work together,
Yeah,
so
he doesn't
I
seem to have
plenty
a
say about
phone or anything.
it. You know,
Yeah.
we about 2012, we worked together. I brought him here. We did a couple of covers. We did a couple of Backstreet Boys songs. We totally went on the other side of the tracks for that one. No,
Wow.
I'm kidding. But you know, he's cool. So I brought him over, and I was supposed to bring him over for a TV show episode that we were going to do, but that day the camera person did not show up,
Oh man.
and I felt horrible.
Right.
I was like, might as well, since you're already here, might as well we do covers and we post them
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Nice.
Make use of our time. So that's exactly what we did. We did a couple of covers. We posted them on YouTube, and you know, he's cool. I've been wanting to work with him again since. And I
It's
heard
hard to find. He's very hard to
Yeah,
find.
he's hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know
So-
where he lives. I mean, we could always stop by there.
Right, you could make a stop. Hey man, what's up? You know. But
What's the next one?
he's actually the last one on this list.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So, are there any friends that we didn't mention that from? I know you have a little more friends than I do
Yeah, I
from
have-
South Bronx.
I have quite a few. I have to think though, because there's so many of them.
I feel like I'm missing a lot though.
I know,
Right.
right?
Why is that? Oh, those are your friends.
Oh, those are mine.
Yeah.
That's surprising. Basically, those are the ones we have in common, right?
Oh, those are the ones we have in common. So obviously I have.
more than likely should have more
Yeah.
friends. Actually, I could mention some of the people I graduated with. And by the way, I will answer this controversy. I hear that there's been a controversy between the 2004 class, which was your class,
Yeah.
and my class, which graduated the year after.
Okay.
So, you know, on the South Bronx, I think the Facebook page that they had up, there was a back and forth that 04 claims they're the last class, and we 05 say we are. And to me, we are, because technically we're still...
And to me, it really doesn't matter.
Right, it really shouldn't matter, though.
Yeah.
But-
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things where, okay, fine. If you guys were the last, which it would make sense that you would be,
Right,
because if you were there when South Bronx was considered South Bronx High School,
right,
then technically you guys are the last.
right, we're the
But
final one. The
yeah, but
closing.
I don't see why that would cause a controversy, even though it has. But it's
Right.
kind of like it's
Right,
silly, you know.
get people saying, oh no, 04 is the final class, you 05s were like, I heard a very derogatory term used
Oh.
toward the 05 class.
No, I kind of started that, but I didn't mean it in that light. They
Right.
kind of exaggerated what I was saying.
Right.
But yeah, they were saying that was the special class or something like that.
No, that's not the one I'm looking
Okay,
for.
so then forget
Yeah,
what I
it-
just said.
It was the, it was the, I forgot. It was almost like saying the leftovers,
Oh man, yeah, that's bad.
and it felt a little insulting.
Yeah, that's very insulting.
You know, I'm not taking offense to it really, but it is insulting, and who knows if anyone did take it personal. I didn't, because that's your opinion, fine.
Right.
You think that, cool. But to be honest though, I'm gonna, being that last class made it that much more special. Because even if we're gonna get technical, and even if we were to say that isn't the last class, to us we were. So to us it was special. It was, you know, we were very close netted. Even the teachers that were teaching us during that time, which some of them were still from the South Bronx era, but a couple of them were new.
So to be fair, 2005
5. Right.
was the last graduating class of South Bronx High School.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that.
We were. I mean, our classes and most of them were done in the portables. You remember the portables? Right?
Yeah.
That's where we had our classes. But it was cool.
So that was like your last line of defense and
Right.
holding on to the school.
right.
So you're all the way
So,
outside in the
Yeah,
port.
we're
Wow.
out there in the cold and all that. But it all brought us together.
So I have Carlos Tarayo. Do you remember him?
Carlos. Yes.
He was like an Outward Bound, and he
I-
seems to be very GQ now, right? With the suits and everything.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, he
I've
looks
seen
like
a few. That reminds me. Jason Grijalba. He was like an athlete.
Hmm.
Jason, please don't kill me, but I never saw that one coming. He was a really good baseball player. He joined the team before I left. Before I left the varsity team, he was there. Because I left for a little bit and then I came back and there were a lot of new faces. And it's strange because it happens also in Major League Baseball and in every.
Do you remember Christopher Ortiz?
Christopher, yes, he was on that team. We were cool. We were cool, very cool. He's a cool dude, and I've seen him actually a couple of times.
Oh, really?
In
He does like
hospital.
CrossFit or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Like he does.
I bumped into
I know
him a
he's
couple of
working out
times,
and-
and we said, "Hey, how's it going?"
Crystal Aponte.
I remember her. Yes, I think we had a class together before, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I remember her.
And what are your memories of Crystal?
I didn't have much interaction.
Yeah.
The thing is, my time in South Bronx, I was very shy and self-kept.
Yeah.
So not many people know.
But based on what she's posting right now, what impression do you get from Crystal?
I don't see much from her. Does she?
She does, yeah. She posts some fashion stuff. Like she's in the fashion business, and I guess she draws her own clothing.
Oh,
I don't know much about fashion, so I,
I don't
can't
even
really
know if
tell
we're friends on Facebook.
you. So Daniel Escalante.
Daniel Escalante.
Yeah,
I
what-
remember him. I liked his eyes. Okay, that sounds totally out of the. But he had like nice eyes. And,
But were those his real eyes?
I don't know. I'd always have that mystery. Were those his real eyes? I mean, I didn't want to put my fingers in there and see if they were contacts.
So there was one of his latest posts is he's at the edge of Times Square overlooking like a building.
Wow,
Did you get a chance to see that?
I haven't seen it. No.
I thought it was pretty risky,
It is.
Yeah,
you know,
but
they're
hey,
devilish.
it was a nice photo.
They're devilish.
yeah.
That's cool though. I think
I
we
mean,
should all take a risk at some point.
He doesn't have kids or anything, so right?
Right.
So-
Right.
At least that I know of. I don't know much.
Yeah, because imagine he did
Yeah,
have kids, and
maybe
then
he does. I don't.
he'd watch and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, what are you saying? That I don't have kids? I do have kids."
Yeah. So, let me see. Eddie Nieves. Do you remember Eddie?
No.
He used to be.
No.
He used to be in a physical. I remember him. He was in fitness, and
Maybe if I see what
very
he looks
close
like,
friends.
perhaps.
Yeah. I'll give you a photo of him. All right. So it's this one. It's kind of like Let me see. So this is one of the. This is how he looked back in South Bronx. He's the one with the hat, the black hat.
He looks
Very-
familiar.
Back in high school, he had a very I thought he was Indian because he had a very Indian look to him. But
He-
now he's
he looks familiar, but I don't remember.
based on his posts on Facebook. Do you know anything?
Well, he's one of those that I don't have as a friend. I don't think. Because
Okay.
Obviously, since I don't remember.
Yeah,
very much,
you.
then that
It's
more
probably
likely,
just my friend.
Right.
Do you remember Edward Ostaiza?
Edward.
He was really
Yes,
quiet
I
in
remember
high
him.
school.
He was. I thought I was quiet, but this kid took the cake, man. He took the cake with quiet. Like, we used to have Uceda's class, and he would just be back there quietly. And I would be like, I wonder what's going through his brain. Like, I don't know, sometimes I would look at people and just think, what are they thinking? Like, what's going through their minds? And not because I think they're dumb, but because I think I'd like to know what these quiet people have upstairs, because a lot of times those really quiet people turn out to be really smart.
Yeah.
That's why they say silent.
Well, he
people-
has his based on his Facebook post, you see that he posts a lot with his kids.
Yeah.
Or I think
he
he
has
just
his
have a
family.
daughter, right? And then
Y'all keep stabbing me with these children, man. I don't have any yet, so
and of course his wife that he's been with for a very long time. So that's great.
that's good, man. That's good.
Um,
I'm happy to see when people have
Yeah,
something really good.
a good
really solid.
foundation.
That's great. Yeah.
Herminio Rivera. I don't know if you know who he is. Um,
It sounds familiar. Again, there are people that I
how about Janetzi Lugo, Clarillo?
see.
This is her.
I do have a faded.
I mean, everyone looks kind of different.
Yeah,
you know,
they,
it's
they
like.
except me. People say I look the same when I was 4 than I do now.
Do you know of Javier Diaz?
Javier Diaz, no.
He was from the schools that were coming up. He was in the handball team.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so you probably won't know who he is.
I wasn't. To be honest, I strayed away from the other schools during that era. Like I don't know why.
Leanne Mora.
Leanne Mora. God, that name rings a bell, but not sure.
How about Luis Santos?
We spoke about it.
Luis Santos, I remember him. He was he's obviously in that clique of Antonio, myself, and Eddie, and Will, and even Giselle.
Right.
But yeah, he was an amazing personality, great guy. I met his
clique. You brought
parents.
that right back when you mentioned
Yeah.
that. Yes, I remember it.
His mom, I got to meet his mom, stay over at his place. So it was really nice.
That's nice, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And my sister Maria, do you know anything about her? Do you have her as a friend?
I don't think so.
Okay, thank God.
Why?
Because she always posts some borderline crazy stuff that I feel like should be more private.
Oh. So
Miss-
she likes to post personal stuff?
Oh yeah, she does, which is kind of crazy. She's very like you know how I'm a bit controversial when I start with my topics. She's she's me times 2.
Wow.
Michelle Ortiz.
Oh, we're cool actually. I used to talk to her regularly, like on the phone. We were cool, but what's funny in high school, I used to have a crush on her. Once upon a time. One of the few actually that I used to have a crush on. I had a crush on quite a few, but never said nothing. Okay.
Based on her post, what do you think?
I think she's a really good person. Mostly because I've gotten to know her after high school better than I knew her during high school. And she's actually wanting to get into the same industry I'm in, hosting.
Oh wow.
So she came to me asking me stuff, and I really don't mind answering and helping her out.
And what was that, via Facebook or in person?
Via Facebook.
Okay.
Because she's a loyal fan of my show. I
Wow.
didn't know that until one day I made a post on Facebook about it.
And she has a lot of education. I mean, she graduates like every week. It feels.
She does, doesn't she?
She does, right?
Right.
I've seen her like in a like 10 different cap and gowns. I'm like, man, she must have a master's of a master's degree by now.
No, at this point, a PhD of a PhD, and then next week she'll get the PhD of 2 double PhDs.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know. But yeah, she's well educated, and I like the fact that she wants to be in this industry.
Nice.
I forgot what specifically she's wanting to get into. Sorry, Michelle, please refresh my memory. But she wants to get into the same field, so she watches my show religiously.
Nice.
And it surprises me that there are some people from South Bronx who have contacted me saying they've seen me on TV.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Patricia Geronimo. Can we talk about Patricia Geronimo?
Yeah, she's cool. We mentioned her before, though.
Did we? I don't. Oh no, we never really got
We didn't
into.
get much into it because I didn't really speak to her that.
I don't. Okay, I don't know if it was the
But-
same Patricia.
But she's a sweetheart, though.
Yeah. Do you remember Ray Riaz? Riaz Razak, or I don't know. He goes by a lot of Ray Raz, Riaz Raz.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
keep up with the name
Yeah.
change. But
Anyway.
yeah, he was a great guy. You know, I think he's from Guyana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't really know that.
Shout out to Riaz.
Yes.
How about Rainy Vargas, who is like Jimmy's right hand girl?
I don't remember her very much. Wow, that's not. It's unbelievable that I remember Jimmy because he hasn't changed. For one, he still looks the same to me. I don't know.
How about Ruby Suarez?
I see her almost every week. I bump into her in the supermarket, and like literally, we bump into each other in the same aisle. It never fails. And if she watches this, she's gonna be shaking her head, saying yes. We bump into each other in the same aisle near the meat section. That can be taken so wrong in so many ways. But we bump into each other always.
She has like a cupcake factory going or something, like a business going, right?
Oh really? Yeah, I think so.
Based on her Facebook, I mean, she posts some stuff on.
Yeah, because we do exchange words when we bump into each other in the supermarket, and we laugh about the fact that we always bump into each other in the same aisle. Like, how coincidental.
How about Vicente Reyes? Do you know?
Wow, Vicente, I know him even farther than high school. We went to junior high together.
Yeah, I know him pretty well. Yeah, I know him. Our relationship, our friendship goes back way back.
Yeah,
Like even before, I don't even think. I used to go to church with Vicente and his family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we used to go there, and I mean, we kind of played around a little bit, but it was fun.
Yeah,
I hung around his family a lot. You know, I kind of grew up with their family.
He's a good. I
Oh,
can't
great,
say he
yeah.
was because he's not dead yet. But he's a good kid though.
He is.
Although we're not kids anymore. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
He's very devout into his faith, which is amazing.
you know what? I wish I was that, because I grew up a Catholic, but most of the time you wouldn't tell based on how I behave. But I'll
Nice.
save that for.
All right, I think that's it. I mean, I think we covered everyone. I mean, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Anyone that you
Let's see.
remember?
Yes,
And I apologize if we forgot about anyone, right?
we probably did forget.
Yeah, we
people,
probably did. It's a
obviously,
lot.
because there's
Oh,
always-
Bobby from
yes, Bob.
Physical Fitness,
We
Did-
should have him as a mutual friend. Why didn't he show up?
because he deleted me.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he deleted me. He's a correctional officer, right?
Yeah.
So he was posting some borderline offensive stuff. At least to me, it was. I mean, it was something about, you know, a child who was dressed up ghetto,
Right.
and he said something like, "Oh, I should slap the parents for dressing up their child like that." And I said something really light, like, "Oh, I believe that you shouldn't judge a kid
Right.
based on what he dresses like."
Right.
And of course, he was just like, "Oh man," you know, he probably got really offended, and he just deleted me. You know, it's kind of like I've learned that when someone posts something that's political,
Right.
and you comment on it, and you kind of backfire on their whatever beliefs they have,
Right.
they take it really like badly.
Yeah, they take it personal.
They take it personal, like it's an attack on them.
And you know what?
So they end up deleting you. But the thing is, do you not think that other people who are viewing your posts take it personal as well? I mean, this was a cute kid.
Right.
This is a cute kid who was dressed up, you know, really ghetto. You know, it could have been a Halloween costume. Maybe the parents want to dress up their kids ghetto, or ghetto, whatever that is. Who
Right.
knows?
Right.
You know, but you shouldn't want to slap the parents because they choose to dress up
Right.
their child in whatever fashion.
And how
You know,
old was this kid though?
he was like a year old.
Oh, I see.
He was a
'Cause
year
I was
old.
wondering if he was bigger than that. Maybe he dressed himself up. At 1 year
Oh, he
old,
could have been. He
maybe-
could have,
Maybe
yeah,
at 1 year old, he took his little hands and learned to put his clothes on. Who
yeah.
knows?
I mean,
I
it
mean,
was.
the way children develop nowadays. They
It's-
seem to know.
You know, everyone has their own political views, but it's risky when you put it out there on Facebook for everyone else to see, and especially when you can't really accept backlash on it
Right.
in a I guess humane way or
You,
whatever. So.
what I've noticed with the internet in general, you need a tough skin for the internet.
Oh yeah,
Because if you're gonna post something, and this is not me bashing Bobby, because I'm cool with Bobby. I got good things to say about Bobby on a personal note, of course.
yeah.
But which he's also a professional wrestler, by the way. Which I didn't really know that. I used to.
Yeah.
He used to hang with Cologne.
The
a lot.
truth is, he doesn't even remember who I am, but it's not surprising because if you have a new, you know, group of fitness students that come in every
Right.
year, I mean, of course,
You're
it's
bound
like
to forget
it's like a
faces.
teacher. You know, the teacher can't remember every year of every class, and
Right.
you know, so he completely forgot anything that we did together. So I can guarantee you, he doesn't even remember. He doesn't
Right.
remember who I am. So I mean, I can see how he got easily offended and was like, yeah, I don't even know this guy,
Right.
and just deleted me, you know?
You know, but
So-
like I was saying though, like on the internet, you need to have a tough skin, and I know that because I've experienced it firsthand with some people as well. No one that we actually know, but it's happened. You know,
Yeah.
on the internet, if you're gonna make a post, then you gotta be ready for the backlash.
Okay.
Because the first thing that we need to learn is on the internet, there are all different types of people. So if you're gonna make a post, no matter how innocent it may seem, you run the risk of somebody getting offended.
Okay. All right, so thank you so much, Louis, for your time. It was
thank you.
absolute pleasure, and I hope to work with you in the future sometime.
We definitely will.
Yeah.
I
All right.
enjoyed this. This was a great interview.
Yeah, yeah. It was fun,
Oh,
right?
wait, but before
Yeah.
we go, maybe we should do something. Since
Yeah.
we've done the South Bronx thing with other people,
Okay.
now this is a big test.
Right.
Because now I want you to say how you would judge me based on my page.
Oh, you, based on
Yeah.
your page. Okay.
And you can be honest, don't worry.
To be honest, when I look at your page and I'm scrolling through and I see Luis Diaz, I'm expecting 100% to see something of wrestling. But I kind of feel like you have dreams that are set way too high,
Yeah.
that at times it appears as though it's unrealistic. And that's my honest opinion. When I look, I say, that's kind of unrealistic. But I'm glad you have those dreams.
Yeah.
But I do kind of wish someone would step into your life and say, you know what? Let's focus on what is possible. Let's focus on what is realistic.
Right.
Although all things are possible.
Right.
But you want to strike for the thing that is most possible.
Right.
You becoming a wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
it's highly unlikely. It's not impossible. It is very highly unlikely, though.
It is. No,
So
I recognize
you would,
that.
unless you were hitting the gym every day and going out for a run and getting in shape, and then your chances of going in is it'll start to go higher. But right now, when I see those posts, I'm like, man, that's kind of unrealistic.
Right.
Your videos, I enjoy them from an entertainment perspective, but I feel as though it's too comedy for me. It's like it's too comical, and I laugh more than I do take it serious.
Right.
But I know that you're very talented. I know that you can sing. I know that you're a good entertainer, and I know that you have something special about you that you can take and catapult into the industry somewhere.